Good evening. Welcome to the program. Today we have a special topic on quality management. Earlier we used to have a luxury of having a separate quality function who used to check both from the supply side as well as the demand side. But the situation is changing. Now, if you are a supply chain professional, you are responsible for the quality, and a separate quality function is slowly disappearing, and organization are looking for the quality integrated into the respective work. You may be either in the supply chain or logistic or purchasing. The quality knowledge is nowadays mandatory. So either it is on the supply side, means maybe you are in a purchasing, or you are dealing with the vendors, or you may be dealing with the suppliers, customers. So you need to understand what are the quality terms, what are the quality system being used, and this has become one of the job skill for the supply chain professional. If you are looking for a job in good or multinational organization, let me share the screen. Allow me a few seconds. So today topic is quality management for supply chain professional. You may be either directly in supply chain or purchasing or logistic. You need to have some understanding on quality to deal either with the supplier or customer. This is a live streaming being done. Apart from LinkedIn, we are doing it in Twitter, Facebook, and the YouTube. If you have any doubts, clarification, comment, you can always welcome to comment in the program. So let us proceed to the brief introduction about this program. This program is a part of our overall supply chain program, which we do at various level and various depth. So if you need more information, you can always get in touch with our executives. Before we go into the program, let me introduce myself. I am Patavi Raman. This is my Udemy profile. I have nearly 1,500 candidate enrolled in the last 1 month, and this is my LinkedIn profile. I am searchable by supply chain master. You are welcome to connect or follow me in the LinkedIn. Coming to my basic profile, I am a BE with a postgraduate degree in management and data science. I have nearly 2.5 decades working in this global organization. So I have been working at the various level in different subdomains in the supply chain. Last 10 years in this global organization, I was heading the supply chain function. Currently, I am heading a organization known as Software Training Private Limited. Coming to certification, hopefully, if you are in supply chain, you should be aware about this certification, APEX or ASCM. Also, there is a similar institution from US known as DDA. They also provide similar certification like APEX. DDPP means Demand Driven Planner Professional. So I have all this certification. I am also a certified purchasing manager apart from PMP, project management professional. I am also qualified in analytics. Coming to our organization, we are based in Bangalore, 5-year-old organization. We provide both consulting and training in the field of supply chain, logistics, and purchasing. We operate under trade name Expert SEM. Coming to the quality, the supply requirement generally falls under five category. If you are procuring any products or service, it may be quality, quantity, delivery, price, and the service. Either you are doing it for your customer or you are getting it from your vendors. In this session, we will focus on quality. So, how do we assure quality? How do we know that we order what we have ordered meets the expectation? Okay. Here you can also compare with how your competitors are doing. Are you doing better than your competitor, or same quality, or poorer than your competitor? Okay, that will give an idea. In supply chain, we may call that as KPI or metric, but finally you should also understand various quality terms or systems which is being used, and you cannot separate out quality from supply chain management, because initially the quality was considered just as a conformance to specification, but now the definition of quality has enlarged, and finally it is now more like satisfying the customer need. So the definition is taking broader views now. Coming to the quality component, one could be the basic requirement of function. This is what the customer is expecting when he is ordering a product or service. It has to function as per the customer requirement. And next one is suitability for the customer's expectation. Okay. The next thing could be reliability. Reliability is a probability of how it will function over a period of time. So there are a lot of definition, explanation available for this terms. Coming to the quality dimension, one of the dimension is performance, the primary function of a product or service. Second one is features, the bells and whistles. What are all the features you are going to provide in your product and service? Reliability, the probability of failure within specified time period is known as reliability. So you need to define all these things for your product or service. Or same thing you can expect from your vendors. Durability. Here we are talking about life expectancy. Conformance is something meeting to the specification. Serviceability, the maintainability and the ease of fixing. Aesthetic, the look, the smell, feel, and the sound. Okay, the quality is not simply only conformance to the requirement. You can see those dimension. Apart from perceived quality, maybe you are thinking that you are providing excellent service or the quality, but how the customer perceives it could be totally different thing. So in this aspect, you need to understand there are various costs involved in quality. One is prevention cost. Prevention costs relate to all quantity that eliminate the occurrence of future defects or non-conformance to requirement. Example could be you are doing lot of quality assurance program, and you are pre-certifying, qualifying supplier, employer training, awareness program. All this could be a part of prevention cost. Next one could be appraisal cost. Here we are doing in the process of our conversion or manufacturing or even distribution. You are doing a lot of inspection, testing, measuring, and other activities. So there is some cost because we are doing effort. We are using some equipment or instrument or doing analytics. So this is all called appraisal cost. And the next type of cost could be internal failure cost. Even before you deliver to the product to your customer, how many times the packaging getting opened or the product getting broken or failure. In automobile industry, we call this as a 0 kilometer compliant. So there is a cost involved for that. And the final one, you have something called external failure cost. This is very expensive. This happens when the product has already reached the customer, and for doing any service, it is very expensive. You have to get back the product or you have to recall the product, but you need to measure all the cost related to the quality, and you have to plan how you can eliminate or minimize this cost. That's the idea in the quality management. Okay. So quality management and tools and technique, there are many programs are available, like for example, Lean Enterprise, where we are trying to eliminate the error. Okay, there should not be any defect. The Lean can function only if there is a defect-free operation, and the operators or employees are empowered to stop the line or dispatch the product to the customer if they found any defect in the product. So lean and JIT, it comes with a lot of proposals, quality tools to handle these issues. So lean enterprise is one of the quality tool or program. Coming to the next aspect, one more thing is called TQM, Total Quality Management. So this is focused on long-term success through customer satisfaction. It was introduced by Edward Deming long back in 1950s, and it was used widely across the world, and internationally it is known as TQM. Here, all the members of the organization participate in improving the process, product, service, and also the culture in which they work. So that's why it's called total quality management. Of course, the top management has to support with a vision for the total quality. Next one, especially in the lean Japanese concept, we call something as a Kaizen, which is a small improvement and continuous improvement. Whatever you do, especially we were reviewing many of the job profile in the supply chain management, we see continuous improvement or Kaizen is a part of middle or senior level supply chain professional. So you have to come out every quarter or every month some improvement program and demonstrate how you are going to improve the cost, reduce the cost, or optimize inventory, or reduce the stock out, or improve the quality of your service. All this can be a part of Kaizen. So this is also a part of JIT, and specifically we use something called PDCA: plan, do, check, and act under the lean terminology. Okay, so many of you possible you are already doing in the production environment, but they can also be applied in the service area or even the entire supply chain spectrum. The next quality tool is called quality function deployment. Okay, it's an important aspect of PQ. It is a comprehensive quality system aimed specifically at satisfying the customer throughout the development and business process. Here we use something called voice of the customer. So you have to listen to the customer, document it, and also incorporate whatever changes or improvement expected by the customer. Okay. So in the lean environment, we use some 4S as a QFD: speed, smart, slim, and sustainable are the mantra. The next process is Six Sigma. Many of you might have heard and also certified either with a yellow block belt. So this is an approach for preventing defect by using data. So here data plays a role. Here you are trying to reduce variation and the waste, originally started by Motorola but adopted across the countries. Of course, this is now as a Six Sigma is losing its steam because now the analytics is gaining its place. When we say Six Sigma, we are talking about 3.4 defects per opportunity, which is a very high level of quality requirement. Normally, this Six Sigma deals with something called DMAIC, where we say a process define, measure, analyze, improve, and control. Okay. But finally, we have something called statistical process control (SPC). This is also introduced by Edward Deming during 1950s, and Deming has shown most popular processes tend to behave in a statistical manner, and that understanding how the process behaves without operator interference is necessary before controls are introduced or inserted. Okay, so these are some of the tools, but you can also see it can be supplemented by various programs like supplier certification. Many auto industry they have supplier being audited even before they are taken on board. So we certify them either as a green pass supplier or a certified supplier, and when they supply any of the product or service, we assume that they are self-certified and there is no necessity for either inspection or even counting of the components. But on the other hand, if supplier is not respecting, then you can even impose a penalty. So there are a lot of various ways in which this audit can be conducted, and because now if you have thousands of transactions, you are dealing with thousands of suppliers, it is not possible to do 100% inspection, so you need to certify the suppliers. Okay. Next important thing is you should also be aware about various standard. Most popular is ISO 9000, so you should know what are the process involved, and you can also be a representative for this ISO audit. So basically, quality standard should conform with the ISO 19000. If your organization is having environmental concern, then you should also have knowledge about ISO 14000. Okay, this deals with the environmental management system. Finally, you also need to have an idea about various awards your organization can take. One of the popular award is Malcolm Baldrige National Quality Award. It is not only specific to US, but anywhere, any type of business, either in manufacturing, service, small business, healthcare, education, non-profit, they can apply for this type of award. The criteria is classified into seven categories like leadership, strategic planning, customer focus, measurement, analysis, and knowledge management. So you need to have knowledge about this process if you need to get this award. The final one could be on a Deming Prize. I know some of Indian organization, especially the TVS group, have this type of prizes. Once again, it is based on Dr. Deming's contribution. Okay, very few organizations have obtained these prize. So if you are in supply chain, possibly you can adopt any of this model to develop. I have tried to give a brief introduction about the quality management and the quality tools and technique, which is a part of our overall supply chain program. You have to understand there are no separate quality insurance, assurance, or function. And nowadays, as a supply chain professional, you should also integrate quality into your functioning. Okay. So any questions, doubt, you can always welcome to visit our site. We have both the live as well as self-paced program. You can see the sites given the screen. Also, you can reach to our executive using the WhatsApp number. Those who are watching live, you can comment if you need any doubts, clarification, you can type. Even if you are offline, you are always welcome to comment so that we can reach to you and support you. It could be in terms of clarifying your doubts, or you need some career guidance, or you want to do a program with us. You are always welcome to reach to us. You can always subscribe to our YouTube channel where you can find a record of all our previous live session. If you have missed any one of this, thanks for watching. Have a nice evening. Bye.